Did you know that a single digital image, an NFT from the CryptoPunk collection, was sold for more than $23.7 million, all thanks to blockchain technology? What's up, guys? Welcome to another Did You Know Crypto video. Every few days, I ponder on the most interesting subjects on the blockchain space, break them down into easy-to-consume formats, and make animation videos just for you. Today, we focus our attention on the marvel, the game changer, and the revolutionary innovation that is blockchain technology. In today's video, we'll take a look through the generations of this profound technology as we shed light on the reasons for its creation, its guiding principles, and most importantly, the different generations that it's passed through since 2010. Without much further ado, let's dive in. To begin appreciating all that blockchain has been over the past decade, let's begin with the elephant in the room. What is blockchain? Blockchain technology is a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions across multiple computers. It enables secure and transparent transfer of information, assets, or digital currencies without the need for intermediaries like banks. Each transaction is grouped into a block and added to the chain of previous blocks, creating an immutable and tamper-proof record. Consensus mechanisms ensure the validity of transactions, making blockchain resistant to fraud. In layman's terms, blockchain is a digital record that's built on a decentralized network that can be accessed by anyone with a computer and an internet connection. All transactions are verified by all the computers maintaining that network in such a way that it's impossible to fake a transaction without everyone on the network colluding with you. If you've had anything to do with crypto in the past, you will have noticed a bunch of recurring ideals and rhetoric across the space, and that's for good reason. Blockchain technology is as much an invention as it is a movement fueled by defined ideas. There are guiding principles that almost all blockchains share, some of which include decentralization. First and foremost, blockchain values decentralization. Its first principle is about the elimination of middlemen, making transactions and exchanges as direct as possible. For a blockchain to be highly regarded, two random people from different corners of the world must be able to exchange value between themselves without having to trust a middleman like a bank. Welcome to the world of peer-to-peer digital cash. Next is transparency and trust. Blockchain places a high value on transparency and trust. All transactions are recorded on the blockchain and are visible for everyone to see. This makes fraud significantly harder and builds trust among participants. Another key value of the blockchain is security. Blockchain networks are notoriously difficult to hack thanks to the cryptographic protection they utilize and the distributed nature of the networks. Once a block is added to the chain, changing it is nearly impossible. Lastly, blockchain embodies the value of inclusivity. The open-source nature of most blockchains means that anyone with an internet connection can participate. This has the potential to democratize access to financial systems and other services, especially in parts of the world where traditional infrastructure may be lacking. Now that we know what blockchain is and the ideas that shape it, let's dive into the different stages of its evolution so far. All in all, there are three main generations of blockchain transformation since its dawn just over a decade ago, but there is also an emerging generation just taking form at the time of making this video. Therefore, for argument's sake, let's say we'll be taking a look at the 4 generations of blockchain. Picture this. It's 2008, the global economy is on the brink of collapse, trust in financial institutions is at an all-time low, and out of nowhere, a white paper surfaced on the internet written by an anonymous individual or group known as Satoshi Nakamoto. This white paper introduces a digital or cryptocurrency called Bitcoin and a revolutionary new technology called the blockchain. The rest, they say, is history. A great idea at a perfect time proved to be no trivial match, as the Bitcoin gospel soon caught on. One of the main reasons Bitcoin was created was to eliminate intermediaries in financial transactions and to avoid problems such as delays in international payments or excessive fees charged by banks. Bitcoin works on a decentralized system where transactions are verified by network participants, known as miners, and then added to a public, immutable ledger called a blockchain. Now, you may be wondering how these transactions get verified. Well, that's where the concept of proof of work comes in. To eliminate the need to trust anyone, miners compete against each other to solve complex mathematical problems, and the first one to solve the problem gets to add a new block of transactions to the blockchain, and in return is rewarded with Bitcoin. This process is known as mining. If gold is precious for the difficulty and effort required to dig it out of the ground and refine it, Bitcoin got the same prestige from its digital mining process. Despite its revolutionary design, Bitcoin, and hence the first generation of blockchain technology, had its limitations, the most notable of which is scalability. As the number of adopters, and therefore volume of transactions, increased, the time taken to verify and add these transactions to the blockchain also increased, leading to a slower system. However, Bitcoin's legacy as the first decentralized cryptocurrency remains untouched, as it opened the door to further generations of blockchain technology. Years after its launch, Bitcoin continued to basically be a digital currency and nothing more. It allowed for swift and unrestricted value transfer, but that was it. This was the time that attention began shifting from the coin itself, and more light was shed on the incredible technology that powers it. This, in turn, led to the dawn of Blockchain 2.0 with Ethereum. Launched by Vitalik Buterin in 2015, Ethereum brought about a groundbreaking advancement in blockchain technology. While Bitcoin offered a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, Ethereum went a step further, introducing the concept of smart contracts, which gave birth to an entire world of decentralized applications, also known as dApps. At its core, a smart contract is a self-executing contract with the terms of the agreement directly written into its code. This means that transactions occur automatically once predetermined conditions are met, without the need for a third party. Smart contracts opened a Pandora's box of possibilities, extending blockchain's use case far beyond just financial transactions. Ethereum's smart contracts facilitated the creation of decentralized applications, or dApps. These are applications that run on a P2P network of computers, rather than a single computer or computer farm run by a megacorporation somewhere on the East Coast. That was revolutionary. Additionally, Ethereum allowed the creation of new tokens, or digital assets, leading to the rise of ICOs, or initial coin offerings, which offered a new way for projects to raise funds. Ethereum, however, did not solve all of the problems of blockchain technology, because, like Bitcoin, Ethereum has its own limitations, the most notable one being a persistent lack of scalability. As the number of dApps grew, the Ethereum network started to slow down, resulting in slower transaction times and higher fees, a problem known as the scalability trilemma. This issue eventually paved the way for the third generation of blockchain technology. As the problems of Ethereum crystallized, the overall picture of blockchain's problems as a technology became clear. Scalability trilemma, a term popularized by Ethereum's creator Vitalik Buterin, was the name given to this problem. It refers to the challenge of achieving scalability, security, and decentralization all at the same time. The third generation of blockchain began emerging as a response to the necessity of addressing this issue. A new generation of projects flagging the dawn of Blockchain 3.0 began to emerge. Solana, Cosmos, and Polkadot, among others, represent the early batch of third generation of blockchains. These new networks implement unique mechanisms and technologies to resolve the scalability issue and increase overall efficiency. From sharding and interoperability to proof-of-stake consensus models, they've introduced innovative ways to tackle the problems faced by their predecessors. Apart from scalability, these networks also focus on offering improved functionality, including privacy features, more flexible smart contracts, and more efficient consensus mechanisms like Solana's proof of history. They aim to provide a more inclusive, equitable, and sustainable blockchain ecosystem. Blockchain 3.0 also saw the first large-scale application of sharding, a mechanism that allows blockchains to segment traffic via multiple channels to enhance scale and efficiency. Despite the massive leaps blockchain recorded since its inception, innovations within the space continued facing certain challenges while new ones also began emerging. These include ensuring network security, achieving true decentralization, seamless communication across blockchains, and gaining widespread adoption. This leads us to the now emerging blockchain 4.0, a new frontier where new projects look towards finding lasting solutions to persisting challenges that have so far limited the mass adoption of the technology around the world. At the time of making this video, the fourth generation of blockchain remains largely a mystery, still emerging if you like. Some predict an integration with rapidly progressing artificial intelligence, while others foresee a focus on mass adoption, making blockchain more accessible to all. Given the rapid pace of technological advancement and the recent buzz around the metaverse, the fourth generation may arrive sooner than expected, with the potential to redefine the very fabric of blockchain technology. A shining example of what Blockchain 4.0 might look like, however, is already present in the form of Venom. This is a brand new chain with a truly Layer 0 architecture, which means that whole Layer 1 blockchains can be built upon it, raising the bar for what blockchains can do. Venom comes with certain unique features. Chief among them is dynamic sharding. Unlike the sharding of Blockchain 3.0, Venom takes it a whole notch up by adopting a highly flexible sharding mechanism that responds in real time to the on-chain traffic demand. This means that Venom creates more shard when demand is high, while it consolidates its shards when traffic is low. Venom is also creating what it terms a digital Silk Road, where countries across the world can trade seamlessly with one another via their CBDCs. Venom's foundation is also the first to get licensed by a government in the form of Abu Dhabi Global Market. With scalability, security, and a lofty goal of onboarding hundreds of millions of blockchain users by 2026, the Blockchain 4.0 might just have gotten off to a roaring start. That's it for now on the generations of blockchains. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, as that's the only way Google knows we're doing a good job. Also, make sure to subscribe and share with friends. As a Learn to Earn channel, we always bring you opportunities to earn some cool rewards with the knowledge you've acquired. Keep an eye out for our quest links in the description below. Until we bring you another brand new crypto explainer with animations, stay informed, keep learning, and never stop exploring.